Prince Andrew's hopes dashed by King Charles as disgraced Duke to be sidelined at crucial royal event. Prince Andrew's hopes of playing a key role at a future royal event are set to be dashed, with the King advised to keep his disgraced brother at arm's length. The Duke of York has faded into the background in terms of the firm after being stripped of his royal titles in 2019 by his mother, Queen Elizabeth. It followed his car crash Newsnight interview with Emily Maitlis, during which he addressed his friendship with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The situation has not improved since, and recent revelations about his friendship with a suspected Chinese spy look to have put the final nail in the coffin in terms of a royal comeback. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. But Andrew's ears will have pricked up last week when Sir Keir Starmer publicly delivered an invitation to President Donald Trump for another state visit to the UK. In a bid to win the approval of Trump, Sir Keir hand-delivered the letter from King Charles in front of the watching media. While calls have grown for the visit to be scrapped after Trump clashed with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, it seems certain Trump will visit one of the King's Scottish properties, either Balmoral or Dumfries House. But royal journalist and author Robert Jobson told the Sun's royal exclusive show that Andrew will be kept a long way away from that. Andrew and Trump both share a deep love of golf, while Andrew has previously represented the UK on the world stage in his role as a trade envoy, making him, on paper at least, a perfect companion for the president. But Jobson dismissed suggestions he could be a secret weapon, and instead picked another royal who will have a key role to play. Prince Andrew's lonely life at Royal Lodge takes new twist amid shocking revelations. The Duke of York has been helped in his business ventures by his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, as well as Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice, as he clings onto his lavish Royal Lodge home. Prince Andrew's lonely life at the Royal Lodge may not be as depressing as it sounds, according to new explosive claims being made. The Duke of York has been presented as living a solitary life at the lavish mansion in the grounds of Windsor Castle, after being blacklisted from the royal family. He still has ex-wife Sarah Ferguson living with him and has visits from his beloved daughters Eugenie and Beatrice, but otherwise contact with the likes of King Charles has been cut off. The monarch has also removed public funding from him in a bid to chase him out of the Royal Lodge. However, the Duke of York's business interests and mysterious wealth means that he has decided to fund the security needed and also the thousands of pounds needed for upkeep of the historic home. He has refused to move out and into Frogmore Cottage and has seemingly defeated the king at the moment. Reports about his private life claim that he lives a very solitary existence, with his main hobbies including plane spotting and video games. But one royal expert has insisted that he is actually enjoying a more lavish lifestyle, including frequent trips abroad to discuss business deals. Andrew Loney, who is releasing a book called The Controversial Lives of the Duke and Duchess of York later on this year, wrote in the Times about his troubles finding out about Andrew's mysterious finances, with most of this linked to deals he struck while a trade envoy for the UK government. He wrote in the Times, "The king may be concerned by the optics of a non-working and discredited member of his family continuing to live in Royal Lodge. He is keen to move Andrew to the smaller Frogmore Cottage, but there is little he can do as long as his younger brother follows the terms of his lease." Andrew was granted this lease by the Crown Estates in 2003 after the death of the Queen Mother, who lived in the lodge. The public narrative about Andrew is he spends a lonely life trapped in Royal Lodge, going for horse rides in Windsor Great Park and playing video games and golf. But the reality is different. According to one source, he has continued his business activities with recent trips to the Middle East and Switzerland. The king can only hope there are no further scandals to emerge and the press and public soon lose interest in his brother. On present evidence, that is very unlikely. Andrew has been embroiled in a new scandal in recent months due to his friendly links to alleged Chinese spy Yang Tenghua. This caused him to be uninvited from the official royal family Christmas gathering at Sandringham, with him spending the period at Royal Lodge instead. His business dealings have been leaked to the press in recent months, including deals to connect some of his contacts he has gathered to other bigger organizations. In November 2022, he set up a new company, Innovate Global, which describes itself as providing a network of investor and business resources to accelerate the growth of emerging startups and tech hub cities internationally. Mr. Loney adds, "This is but the tip of the iceberg of the York family business activities, because the whole family works together. Not just Andrew and Sarah, Duchess of York, his ex-wife, but also their daughters Princess Beatrice, 36, and Princess Eugenie, 34. Both daughters have long been involved in supporting their father's financial schemes." Prince Andrew low blow leaves Charles appalled as Duke creates Royal Lodge shield. King Charles has allegedly been left appalled at Prince Andrew's latest tactics to try and fend off any further attempt to boot him out of Royal Lodge. The disgraced Duke of York survived having his security detail removed last year as he was able to fund his own team. But Charles is still keen for his brother to live somewhere smaller and could move again in 2025 to try and oust him. Ferguson having signed a 75-year lease in 2003. Thought to be worth £30 million, Royal Lodge has seemingly fallen into a poor state with the Duke of York struggling to pay for its upkeep. Andrew and Sarah inherited the dogs after the Queen's death in 2022 and have been caring for them since. An insider has now suggested Andrew believes the presence of the two dogs and memory of their mother will stave off any fresh moves to boot him out. A source told Women's Own, "He's banking on the canines to shield him from moving." Charles is said to believe the move is a low blow. Muick and Sandy were originally gifted to the Queen during the COVID pandemic. They live with the Yorks at Royal Lodge, with Sarah often posting on social media about their well-being. The Queen would be rolling in her grave over this. It shows just how bad things are between them that Andrew feels his brother values those two dogs more than him and enough to make sure he's properly taken care of. On International Dog Day last year, she wrote on Instagram, "For all the unconditional love, loyalty, and joy they bring into our lives, Sandy and Muick will be getting an extra treat on their special day." Prince Andrew's future at Royal Lodge home. One thing could still seal his eviction. Prince Andrew's fall from public favor has been well documented, with his reported determination to stay at his Royal Lodge home in Windsor being the latest bone of contention. In line with King Charles' plans to downsize the monarchy, the Duke of York was offered a move from his mansion to the more compact Frogmore Cottage, recently refurbished by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.